Well. 2 points behind Liverpool, the defending champions, outplayed, outworked. Uh, yeah, they had some chances. They hit the bars a couple times, but we could have won that game in the first half. They could not deal with us on that side with Ahmad and Bumbu. They just couldn't do it. And Cunha, even though he still holds on to the ball too much for my liking, he definitely gave him issues. And then we bring in Cisco, and then they have to worry about him. And then what happens? Maguire gets the goal that wins the game. And it's such a nice redemption for Maguire because he had the game on his foot last year and he missed it. Now he did it, and we've done it there in Hanfield, and we're 2 points behind them. Of course, we're still in eighth place, but we're close to Arsenal's what, 4 points ahead of us, something like that. We're okay right now, and this should be the turning point. But we play a very good team at home, and it's going to be Danny Welbeck up front, so it's going to be one of those type of games. But if we could somehow get through that game, we might actually be turning the corner. And the reason why is it's the goalkeeper. Absolutely, it is. He was so calm back there. You could kick with the other foot. I don't like that we keep throwing the ball down the middle of the field, but they couldn't do anything about it. Every now and then, they open up the midfield, and they just went right through, and they probably should have got a score there. But clearly, Liverpool is just not together yet. Maybe they'll be better at the end of the year. You just can't put all these great players in and think you're going to have. Even Madrid couldn't do this. They did all this stuff with the Galacticos, and they never won the Champions League. So this idea that you can do this, and they spent $500 million, and they're only 2 points ahead of us, and they started with five consecutive wins, what they should never have got. They've been flattering for their point totals all year, and they were found out early today. And Van Dijk is lost his step. But for Liverpool, Gakpo was unbelievable for them, and he could have won the game by himself, and he won. They got the goal, but we deserved to win that game. And what's great about this is that we win the game. That's two in a row, but the performance is what we showed. And everybody who thinks they know about the manager, and that's why I didn't say anything for the game. I thought it was wrong to put Maguire there in the middle, and he did get cut out a couple times. But that man is a leader, and I think Bruno played really well. I think they all played well except Delo, but Delo was, again, he does what he does. But it's nice that we got what we deserved in that game, because if you really think about it, we should be probably right there with Arsenal right now. If you look at, if Bruno makes those two penalties, we'd be sitting right there with Arsenal. And as bad as everybody says we've been, if you don't think this is better than we looked last year, then you've lost your fucking mind. You just have. And I do want to see that Zerski gets to play, and I like to see Mano needs to play and stuff, but I understand why he did it. This is what I said before the game. I said, I understand and I don't understand. I understand everything what he's doing, and I realize, okay, he's going to put those big, strong dudes in the back to deal with their aerial threat. And Shaw has done well most of the times against Salah, most of the times. And he was really good today as well. He went back to he was vintage Shaw. And then you think you got Cunha up there and he's going to run around, and you got Mount to stop them on their breaks. And that's what he did. And he went on for 60 minutes and did this shit. And then you bring in Sesko and everything. It changes everything. And they did get they got their goal, but we were always a threat. And we should have won that game in the first half, just like we did. Was it away against Brentford or whatever, or Fulham? We should have been that game. It should have been 3-0 at halftime. But I'm just proud for the guys. Now we just have to continue and win at home against Brighton. If we do that, we have an absolute opportunity to help that dude about his hair. But we can actually be a threat and get in the top four. This is a big win for Ruben Amorim, because people are saying that they're going to blow us out. And I've been talking all year that Liverpool has not looked like blowing anybody out. They just don't really understand what they're going to do with all these players now. They buy these players that are all good players. No doubt, these are good players. But they're like almost waiting to do stuff. And we finally got something we deserved, right? And again, if you're a Liverpool fan, a couple of those goals could have went in. However, I think that even the first one, I think that Le Mans has that. He puts his hands back. I don't know why he did that. I think he thought it was wide. And I didn't get to see their goal. I was folding my clothes. But and I have problems. I can't watch when it gets really close, so I was just listening to it, and I'm just glad that we won the game. And it's again, we're at 13 points, 2 points behind the defending champions. If they are considered title people, it's like when we got 1 point behind City a couple years ago. Why can't we? I'm not gonna say we're in the title. This is for Arsenal's to lose. It absolutely is. Arsenal didn't play that great yesterday. Got 1-0 game. And City the same way. They won. But right now it's between Arsenal and City. I think Liverpool's is going to be until they get their shit together. I don't understand why they got rid of everybody out of that team. This team won the league last year, and they went and they said, "Well, we'll spend $500 million," and they think that there's going to be able to. This is all going to come together really well. It doesn't happen that way. You get one or two, but you can't have three or four or five guys, and then your back line is suspect. It is suspect. Anyway, I'm just going to watch this with Mark. I'm going to see what his ratings are. I'll tell you what I'm going to say. Lamens is a 7. Delict is a 7. Maguire is a 7.5 because he got the goal. Shaw, 7.5. Played well the entire game. Bruno, his best game of the year, 7, maybe 8. Delo, a 5, 5.5. But, I'll give him a 6 because we won. Casemiro, for the 65 minutes he was in there, he was fine. They didn't attack him at all. A couple times that he was behind the play, and if they just was a little bit quicker, they probably there was a couple times they did. They gave it to Isaac, and Lamens made the save. Dorgu, a threat, great substitution at that. Although Ahmad was still giving issues as well, but there was no way we're going to go down to 10 men. So he took off the guys that had the yellow yard. So you bring in Ugarte and all that stuff, and that's what he did. And of course, Mbambo, well, you got to give him, he's up there as man of the match as well. And then Cunha holding the ball the way he does. Sesko did well when he came in. Mount. I mean, we have the team to do shit like this. And like I said, they couldn't deal with us. It kind of happened against City as well. And then City said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to wait to get you on the break. And it kind of good about us because they couldn't deal with us early in that game either. So, and I love the fact we're playing in the whites. We always play well in the whites. The last time I think we won there was in the whites. So it's nice to see. Again, was it 8 games, 13 points? It's not great, but this league is probably going to be won by 80 points. Unless Arsenal just goes on a big run. But I think that they can be pegged back, and I think City will take stuff off of them. I think when we go to the Emirates, I think we can beat them or we get something from them. And they haven't ever been where they actually can get to the next level to actually win. So we'll see what happens. It's still early. It's only eight games in, but this is a big shot in the arm for us. And all we can hope for is that the guys don't just go all the way down and then just do nothing when they play Brighton next week. We should just continue and continue and continue. And again, we're fans and we should have opinions, but we do not what's going on in the background. It doesn't, when he's putting all these players together and he's like, these guys are coming from an international break and these guys have to be monitored, how many minutes they can do. And he makes the right decisions. And I think in every game he has. I think we played well in every game and we just didn't get the results. And today we did. Maybe we didn't deserve it. I think we did. When you're on the road against Anfield, they've lost 3 in a row, twice in a row in the Premiership, or I guess 4 now. You have to accept they're going to do better. And they in the second half, they did, but they were never – it is what it is, and we deserve to win that game. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and do all that stuff. Hopefully get some more fans on here. This is just a great day for Manchester United after what happened last night with my football team. But anyway, I'm just going to watch Mark and see where it goes from with that, and I might respond to what he might have to say. And I'll see what he does as far as the preparing ratings. I'm just very, very happy for Manchester United to actually get something that we deserve. And we deserve to win the game today. You guys have a good weekend or rest of the day.